Okay, so let us now look into two more concepts in Python which are related to loops, which are break and continue statements. Actually, these two statements are derived from C language, and so if you are having the knowledge of C language, these two statements does the exact same thing in Python as well. Okay, so let us see how they can be used and where they can be used. Okay, so let us now use the concepts of break and continue to understand them more. Okay, so I am in a new file, and before going for that, let us just see one code that we have already seen. Okay, a simple code to print out the values. Okay, so suppose if I take a range from 0 to say 11. Okay, and uh, what I would do is that let us just zoom it in a bit. Okay, so for that range, I'm saying print I. Okay. So you know what will be the output of this code. So if I just run this code, you can see that a range from 0 to 10. Okay. So that is being printed out. Okay. Because we have set up that range like this only. Okay. So suppose in this output, okay, I'll just run it over again. So suppose what I wanted is that I just want to see these many values in my output, and as soon as the value of I becomes 5, I want to terminate my loop. Okay, so I think you have understood the problem, or you have understood what I want to do. So as soon as the value of I reaches to value 5, I want to terminate this for loop, and I want to stop, or I want my program to terminate. Okay, so how it can be done? Okay, so this is where the use of break will come into picture. Okay, so how it can be done? Let us just see. I'll just write the code and then we will discuss about it. Okay, so the code will be as it is, but I'm setting one more condition over here. So what I'm saying is if I is equal to 5 means whenever as soon as the value of I becomes 5, what I want to do is I want to break out. Okay, so this is the code that I have written, and let us just observe what happens and then we will look into it more. So if I just run this code, as you can observe on the screen, only the values from 0 to 5 are being printed, and rest of the values which were there earlier, they are not getting printed. Okay, so this is how the break statement works. It will break out of this particular loop as soon as it is being executed. Okay, so rather than telling it theoretically, we can also see that live inside the debugger as well. Okay, so if I just run it in debugger. Okay, so suppose if I have set up my breakpoint over here. So in the debugger pane, let us just try to understand how it works in step by step. Okay, so if I just click on, I'll just switch on to the console pane so that you will be able to see how it works. Okay, so as soon as I put this step over button, let us just see what happens. Okay, so it is going inside with I is equal to 0. Okay, and one value of I is getting printed, so 0 value is getting printed, first value of I. Okay, now it is checking whether I is equal to 5 or not, and because it is not, that's why it is going back to line number 1. Again it will go inside with I is equal to 1. Again one value will be printed onto the screen, as you can observe. I'll just zoom it in if it is not visible. Okay, so same thing again, if I just click on that, still again because I value is not 5, it will go back to loop again. Okay, so this will happen, just observe. I'll just move it a bit faster. So it will happen for value 2, value 3, again for value 4, and let us just observe what happens now. So I am at for loop again. As soon as I press step over, now the I value is 5 and we are at line number 2. Okay, so if I just press it over again, value of I to be 5 is getting printed onto the screen. And the important part that I want to observe here right now, what happens, because we are checking if I is equal to 5 now and value of I is 5. So if I just click on it again, it is going inside if statement. Okay, because value of I is 5. And let us just observe what happens when I press step over again. So the program will be terminated. Okay, so that is why we were getting such kind of output 0 to 5. I think you have understood how this break statement works. It will break out of this particular for loop. Okay. So in simple words, break statement or break is used to break out of any loop. Okay, it is valid for any loop for that matter. So we have used it inside for loop now. You can also use it with while loop, as we will see in the next lectures as well. Okay. Now similarly, let us try to understand the concept of continue as well. Okay, I'll just comment this code out and I'll write the code for continue right below this, because I want you to understand it comparatively how both things work. Okay, so for continue I'll write almost the same code that we have written right now. Okay, so for I in range, okay, 0 comma 11. Okay, so for same range I'm going to implement, we are going to see the concept of continue. Okay, I'll just rearrange the code a bit. Okay, so what I'd said, what I'm saying is, if I again is equal to just remove that redundant space, I is equal to 5, then I want to, rather than break this time, I want to continue. Okay, and after that, in the loop, okay, just observe the indentation that I have used. Okay, so in the loop I'm going to write the print statement that we have used earlier. Okay, so I just want you to observe this code carefully. So what I'm doing is, I've set up the same range. Okay, and in that I have set up one condition: if I is equal to 5, then I'm asking the compiler, then I'm asking the Python to continue. And after that, there is this by default statement that I've written to print I. Okay, so I'll just run the code and then we will talk about it. Okay, so as you can observe, we are getting a series, but you have to be very careful what output we are getting over here. I'll just put it a bit upper side. Okay, so as you can observe, I've got value 0, value 1, value 2, value 3, value 4, and then observe here there is no value 5. Okay, directly there is value 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so value 5 is missing from our output. Why is it happening so? Okay, so let us now understand how continue works. So basically, as you can observe, this is our for loop, right? And inside the for loop we are having these three statements. Okay, these three instructions, these three statements at from line number 7 to 9, they are inside our for loop. Okay, now let us understand how this continue is going to affect our code. Okay, so what I'm saying is that as soon as a value of I is 5, I'm asking the Python to continue. Okay, so what it does is that as soon as this condition is met, as soon as this condition is true, this continue statement, what it does, it will take the execution back to line number 6. Okay, and it will make the Python to skip this line number 9. Okay, so how continue works? Continue will make the execution to go back to the loop, and it makes you skip the remaining part of your loop. Okay, so the remaining part was this particular statement. That is why this statement is skipped, this statement is not executed only for this particular value of I, otherwise this will be executed. Okay, okay, we can even take the help of debugger to understand what is happening in the background. Okay, so suppose if I set my breakpoint over here and if I debug my code. Okay, so let us just go to console pane, and right now we are inside with I is equal to 0 value. Okay, so that will be the first value that is there. So I'll just scroll it a bit down. Okay, so if I just click on this step over, just observe what happens. We are inside with I is equal to 0, right? So it is checking whether I is 5, so it is not. That is why it will go directly to line number 9 and 0 will be printed. Okay, so that is why I'm getting 0 at the output pane, as you can observe. Okay, again if I put my step over, so I'm going inside with I is equal to 1. Because I is at line number 7, it is checking whether I is 5. It is still not 5, so it will skip line number 8. It will go directly to line number 9, and again print I will be executed, one value will be displayed onto the screen. So similarly, if I put step over again, I is equal to 2, still it is not 5, again print will be executed, value 2 will be executed onto the screen. Again with I value 3, same thing will happen. For I value 4, same thing will happen. Just observe what happens now. Now the I value is 5, and when I go inside, it is checking if I is equal to 5. So right now the I value is 5, so it will go inside the if. So we are at line number 8, and carefully observe what will happen when I press step over again. So as soon as I press step over again, it will go back to line number 6. Okay, so as you can observe, it has not executed line number 9. Okay, it has skipped that line. Okay, so if I just continue pressing it, now I is equal to 6, so it is still not I is equal to 5, so it will be going to line number 9 directly. Again I am getting value 6. Okay, so as you can observe, after 3 I have received, I have got value 4, and then directly value 6, value 5 is skipped. So if I just click it more times, you can observe 7, it is again printing, again 8 is also printing, 9 is also printing, and 10 value it is also getting printed. Okay, so as soon as 10 value is reached, just observe that the code will terminate. Okay, so I hope you have understood how continue works. Continue, it is used to take back the execution to loop. It will ask the Python in simple words to continue and don't execute the further code in the loop. Whereas what we have seen in the break statement, so break, it is used to completely break out from the loop. Okay, so you have to understand those concepts carefully. Okay, so let us again see what Python has to say about these two concepts. So let us just check for that. Break and continue statements. Okay, so let us just check. So in the official documentation, if I go inside the site, okay, let us search for that. Okay, so here it is, break and continue statements in Python. Okay, so the break statement, as they are saying, as I've told you as well, that it is like in C language, it breaks out of the innermost enclosing for loop and for while loop. Okay, so it is used to break out of the loop. Okay, like it is being done in C language. Also, the continue statement. Okay, so continue statement, it is also borrowed from C, and it continues with next iteration of the loop. Okay, so it is used to continue with the next iteration of the loop, whereas the break is used to break out of the loop. Okay, and they have also given one simple example to understand how continue can be used. So like we have seen in our example, so they have set up a range from 2 to 10. Okay, and if they have checked whether if the number modulo 2 is equal to 0, so if it is completely divisible by 0, it will print out that even number is there. Okay, so obviously if it is divisible by 2, it should print out that it is an even number. Okay, and they have used continue statement over there. Okay, so what it will happen is that as soon as it is found that it is an even number, it will again continue back to the loop. Okay, and if this condition is not matched, what they have done, they have put a print statement that odd number is found. Okay, so found an odd number. So likewise, if you execute this code, as we have seen earlier as well, this continue will take back the execution over there, so there is no need to put breaks over here. Okay, so likewise you will get this kind of output. Okay, so I hope you have understood the concept of break and continue statement, and I will see you in the next video.